Joystick, the Joystick Show. Up, down, left, right, B, A, select. Start.
Welcome, gamers, to our Twisted Reality. Let old online friend requests not be forgot.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Joystick Show, our monthly time where we pop the mic and reach out to our lovely folks out there listening to us, the Rumble Pack, each and every month. We go by our gamer tags. I'm Bogue Spear.
I'm Think12.
We are talking video game reviews and, of course, getting through the holidays. It's a fresh new year. As we just heard at the beginning of the intro, we're not letting old friends be forgotten. We appreciate you, your friends that have been listening quite some time. We appreciate it each and every month. If this is your first time, however, we are a father and son combo. We like talking video games from a generational point of view. Me from way back when in the Commodore 64 era, and to you about the Xbox era, I'm going to say. That's when the era changed. It was the Xbox era. And moving forward. So if you want to be a part of the show, as always, we recommend it. We ask. We answer questions offline as well. But, of course, if you have anything specific you want to do on the show or talk on the show, let us know. And they can get a hold of us how?
You can reach out to us at joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow.com, joystickshow@gmail.com, or our Discord at joystick_show.
All right. So we have our show notes here ready to go, and special sponsor each and every month, and we appreciate that as well. It pays the bills that we have going on here. This month's sponsor is Resolution Game from the designers that Act Together. This is a Resolution Game is an online combat that puts your goals from 2024 up against those of your friends, and you battle it out for achievements for those goals all year long. Winners happen on the 12/31 of 12/24 at exactly 11:59 p.m. Central Time. You download it for free today at resolutiongame.game and start the fight for the New Year's resolution supremacy today.
That's cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what's your resolution that you were going to battle with all year long against me?
What is it? What do you mean?
Yeah, what's your New Year's resolution that you're going to work towards? You get achievement points when you hit them or reach milestones.
For games?
Yeah.
Um.
Well, I guess for games or just personal. What's your New Year's resolution?
I don't know.
No.
What's yours?
To be less angry.
Mm.
I'm letting the world know. So now I just said it out loud. So I have to do it. To be less upset with the world and how it is.
Yep.
And other folk, good folk out there. Yeah. So that's what I want to do. I want to spread love. I want to spread my cheer, my love. Wait, well, that doesn't sound right either. No, just spreading good tidings to all, and to all a good night. No, so that's me. What about you?
I don't know.
Come on, I just
don't have a
spilled it out.
resolution.
I spilled my personal guts out to you. You got nothing?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's not a game for you.
Yeah.
No. Let's talk on the gaming front. What are we going over?
We are talking about, well, for me at least, I've got a few games that I've been playing. This month I've actually been back on games more than I recently have been, because recently I've just been replaying a lot of old games, or just trying, I guess, every once in a while a new free game comes out. But the games I've been playing are, and actually, did I talk about the finals last show?
Of what? The game called the finals?
Yeah, it's
no.
called
What is that?
So I'll start with that real quick, because it's this new multiplayer game. It's online. It is like, it's just a first-person shooter, so it's like Call of Duty, but it combines this cool aspect of everything is destructible. So all the buildings,
Well, that's cool. I like
everything
that
can be destroyed.
Yeah.
So there's classes that work around that, that you can just break down. And the whole goal, instead of like a plant and defuse, or like a free-for-all, like killing the most people, or a domination where you take over the points.
Sure.
They have a cool thing where it's all about money, and basically you have to take a box of cash or a box of like 10,000 credits to a bank where you slowly wait for it to deposit it, and while you wait, people can steal that, so they come over and they try to steal you, but you defend it. And so it's
kind of neat. So it's like, it's kind of, rather than just sitting there like it was Rainbow Six Siege where you just wait as you're planting for that timer to go off, right? And then if they stop it, go back and do it again. You're
But
just
people
trying to put so if you do end up putting money in, but it's not 10,000, it ends up being 2,000. That's your...
Well, it's always 10,000 unless you put like another 10,000 into the bank that becomes 20,000. But it's like you can steal it as it goes. You can steal it last second, right before it does, and then your team gets that money. And then it's whoever has the most money wins at the end.
Oh, that's cool. Interesting.
It's fun. It's just a really cool. It's just fun gameplay.
Yeah, that's a
so
new
I played
mechanic,
that.
or new method. Or wait, it's not a mechanic. What would that be? That's board games. It would be mode, right?
No
New
mechanic.
Mode. Would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've been playing Spiderman 2.
Yeah.
I got the PS5.
You got what?
The PS5.
You what?
So I've been
Santa was very, very good to you.
playing a lot of that, like a lot. I've had it for like a week, and I've have 30 hours into it, and I plan on 100%ing it 100% because
look at you. What is that
fun.
called when you talk that up? Talk yourself up. What's the term?
I don't know. It's not that hard.
You're rocking it. I haven't watched it. I mean, once I realized where you were.
I mean, as far as all there's some games that have like 100%ing them are they take a long time, but I know some people are complaining about how easy it was to 100.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like it, and this game is so good.
Well,
I haven't even finished the story because I'm trying to match everything up with the end of the story. So when I finish the end of the story, I'm pretty much done with everything I have to do. But
so tell us a little bit about, like, give me your plus and minus. And we know you're a fanboy of it, right? So that's awesome. But I mean, if there's things you go, that could have been better, I want to know that. But before you do, I do want to say, as an Xbox guy, I'm pretty impressed with the UI of the actual main screen and stuff. I actually like it better than Xbox.
Yeah, the PS5. So I think with the week that I've had with it, the Xbox I think is a better. It's like comparing Apple to Android, where Android technically offers a lot more and might even run better, has the better camera or whatever, but iPhone offers the ecosystem where everything connects to each other. I feel like it's similar to that with Xbox, in the sense that if you have an Xbox and a computer, then you can play most games together because you're offered Xbox on the computer and everything.
Right.
Those work together. You have more opportunities to play with your friends who are on Xbox when you're on a computer. PS5 feels more away from all of that, but with that said, I've so far, just within the first week, I like the console better. The PS5 console better than the Xbox, the Series X. Yeah. It's the controller itself is really well made. It's got like just the way that they have the
it has a touchpad on it too, doesn't it?
Has a touchpad, which the PS5 exclusive games use really well. It has like integrated like vibrations and everything, so it's not just vibrations like the Xbox has. It's the triggers have these. They can make the trigger harder to press.
Oh wow!
And then they can mess with how the trigger feels. So some of the missions in Spiderman.
What's that called? There's a term for that.
I forget.
Whatever that triggering is, something triggering. Yeah.
But like there'll be missions where in Spider-Man, if you have to yank something with your webs, but it's really hard, you have to pull something off, it'll put the resistance on the triggers really high. Not that you can't just push it all the way down, but you feel it like harder, and then it like vibrates, and then sometimes you have to. That
would be cool. Go ahead, finish.
To get the perfect amount, like push down at the perfect amount while it's vibrating. And just the mix between that and the touchpad being able to slide it to open up your app or slide up to open up your camera.
I mean, you can use that for a lot of different things, right? For like integrations with different tech on the game, right? That would be different. But then think about how cool that would be for like on a shooter game where like a shotgun, it's harder to pull the trigger than let's say a little Uzi or a little minigun. Like your guns also could do that, and you could actually create different upgrades to gun triggers, right? Based on making all of them hard to press versus make it easier.
They could do all that right now if they haven't already.
I don't know. Have they? I haven't watched any other Sony games, but that would be huge if they could do that, right? That's like another
well, they can for
level.
sure.
Yeah.
But it's really good, and that's just the controller. Like the actual console also offers what I really like is because in Xbox they have achievements, but I was never really, I never really cared about them. Just the way they have it set up, every once in a while I'll get a achievement pop up that I did it, and I'm like, oh cool, I got one.
Right.
But the way that the PlayStation has it set up is really, they have trophies.
Okay.
And so each game has its own set of bronze, silver, gold trophies, and if you complete all the trophies, you get a platinum trophy.
Okay.
So you can look at your friends and see how many platinum trophies you have, and a platinum means you 100% completed the game, basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And
I think Xbox has a percentile. They actually tell you what.
No, they
percentage
do. They do, but
yeah.
the way that they did it is less accessible, I think. Like,
okay. Like a quick look, you can glance and see.
Like a quick look, and also just less rewarding, I feel like.
Huh.
And so I really like the way that because my buddy also got the PS5, and we both got the Spiderman game, so we could see the trophies that we each did, like, and as we go along and get them.
Yeah. So you can kind of gauge where you are in the storyline too.
So it's cool. And so with that, between the controller, also just the ability, like the console, I don't know about the specs versus the Xbox, but I know that it's the insane things that it can process is crazy. Like, you could be across the map in Spider-Man and then fast travel to the other side within 3 seconds. There's no loading screen or anything. It just takes you there. Obviously, they have like animations that maybe they hide a loading screen behind, but it's not longer than 3 seconds. You just zoom right, there it is, and then you're there. And it's like, it's stuff that is so fast. It's stuff that the Xbox promised, that we were like, oh, no loading screens.
Sure.
And then you actually see it, and it's like, it's good.
Wow. Yeah, I did watch some of that where you actually put it out, the difference between when you're changing suits. Remember, you said, like, so when you go to the changing suits, that means you have to reskin the entire game, right, around that suit, or at least whatever you're doing, right? The calculations, because they're so intense, and it literally maybe took like 3 seconds, right, to do that. But then if you went and just changed a suit that was not like that or something, or changed something and kept the suit, you go back and it's immediate, right? So that was pretty cool. I do have to admit, much more of a fan of that when I saw that to play. Now I haven't played a lot of it myself because I was never a fan of the X, Y, B. It's hard enough for me to keep track of that, and now you're changing it all up with the symbols and all this stuff.
Yeah, I got used to it in the first 3 hours to
figure it out. I mean, it's still the same concept, right? If you don't think about it as A, B, whatever, you just think about it as. But when you're saying like hit the square, you're like, wait, what square? What square? But so that's all your positive. Any negative? Any downside?
I don't know. So far, no, not at all. The controller is wireless, doesn't take any batteries. It's charge, which I like because we just have less batteries in the house, and the charge lasts for a long time. I don't know. I don't think I have any negatives. Maybe it's a pretty big console.
Yeah,
it
is. I was going to say
than
that's
the
what I was
Xbox.
about to say. Yeah.
So
remember, I got you Santa brought you but we had a conversation, and I was told that I told Santa that the Slim, actually I saw online that they had some problems with overheating, and maybe because it was so slim that they were doing it.
Also, the Slim has worse specs. It's like a cheaper version.
Is it a sleeper? Okay, this one.
I think
I'm not sure. I have to check on it, but I was told that this was if you can get the original PS5, it's definitely a bigger hunk of plastic and everything, but it has like this cool LED, as everything does nowadays, right? The run, but it looks like a big fan or whatever in the center of it. Kind of looks like the original Alienware, if you guys remember that. It kind of has that resemblance of one of the early Alienware boxes when it came, but kind of a miniature version of that, but still cool. But with that said, it's got to be twice as tall. Well, not twice. It's got to be 50% taller than the Xbox when it stands upright, because we have it set up right. Yeah. You can set it sideways too.
Just bigger.
Either way, it's about 50%, right? Bigger on it across the board. So that would probably be my biggest downturn, especially if you're trying to find space on the,
and traveling. But I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, you're not really going to do any traveling with it, so.
Well, I was going to say you can. And that's the nice thing about the Xbox, a little cube, you can put it in a little bag, boom, you're gone.
So I don't know. I don't really have any negatives other than that so far. It's just nice. Everything, it feels really well made. So does the Xbox, but
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, again, I did try this control a little bit, mess around, and I agree with you, even though, I mean, if you do upgrade, like I have the Elite 2
Yeah.
for the Xbox, you can tell that's a much better unit.
I don't know if the
across the
PS
board,
offers an Elite.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you need to. I mean, it was pretty solid, though.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was
say it's
nice.
pretty solid, so. All right, so that's what you're playing. Only thing I'd add to it is playing a little bit of the new Naruto game that came out. I got what's the next one called? It's Shadow, or what's the name of it? The new one that just dropped?
Connections?
Connections, is that it?
Like a few months ago?
It's not that long ago it came out. The new...
it was like
Battle.
October, I think.
It was October? Okay.
Yeah.
We downloaded it and got the play
Or
it,
early
please.
November.
Yeah, so we downloaded it and played it. Great. Now it got me watching Boruto now because of all the characters in it. Has all the old characters, some revised characters, right?
Yeah.
On it. So again, you probably already know. It was called what? Shadow 4? What was the one before called? Storm 4, right? Yeah. So if you played that, I mean, obviously you probably already have this. If not, you should definitely pick it up. But I mean, there is a difference in graphics. Not as much as I thought there would be, though. So if you want to talk about, being, what's the downside is you expect with your Xbox, their Series X, and the new game release that there'd be some kind of difference. And there's a little bit, so I think what it is, they just upscale it or something maybe, so you can see a little bit different, but certainly not a huge deal. But then again, it is a cartoon. It's still based on the anime type of look, right? On it. Speaking of that, that was the cool thing about, not to jump back, but Spider-Man. What is it called? The Miles Morales, 8-bit for Multiverse or whatever? That was amazing what they did with that.
Oh, like how they offer the Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse suits for Miles, and they make it so that they put him into the frame rate that they
At 30, right.
animated the movies with.
Which is huge because they make him that way, but they make the background and everything stay the same.
Stay the same, yeah.
So literally you can see it kind of do its movement
It's really
and everything,
cool.
which makes, because when you do that, for somebody like me, maybe it's just because of the years I have of playing all those games, that was that level or worse. When it does that, it brings me back to that moment thinking the whole game is, and so it makes the background look almost real, like it's like real life. I don't know what it is. It does something in my head.
Interesting.
But you got to look at it. It actually changes the background. When you have the normal guys playing, the normal suits, it's kind of 3D, but not really. It's kind of just a TV screen with the background, the foreground going on. But as soon as you drop that in there and you change the suit, it gives it like this 3D projection to me for some reason. I don't know. You don't see that at all? It must just be me.
I can kind of see it. I think I can see it in the sense that it because the character moves differently than everything else, it separates him from the thing. It doesn't really change the background for me.
It doesn't. To me, it's like the aspect ratio of it, the scoping of it is just crazy. But so, anyways, but Naruto not so much. But it's still fun to play the new characters. Do that again. If you're not a fan of it, you probably wouldn't like the game because there's a lot to do with the lore. Just kind of the abilities are all unique to the characters and that type of thing. But the really cool thing is it has a storyline, which I've started. So what it does allows me to go back and rewatch. It has all these cutscenes that are from the original show, so you can go back and kind of remember to most degree, right, the past show, especially as I'm watching Boruto now. So just a great combination. So yeah, that's what I'm playing as well. So. All right, I think it's time now for the news.
Joystick News Report. Joystick News.
All right, in the news, I wanted to ask you though before we got into it, did you see after the show we watched the trailer for GTA? What did you think of it after? I know you didn't see it when we hit the mic, cracked the mic, and you're like, oh, I gotta watch it.
It didn't give you anything to form an opinion at all. I don't think
it's just a typical Rockstar
or whatever.
Is it Bethesda? Wait a minute.
Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar. It's just typical of them, promoting the event. Okay, so you didn't see anything that was listed on. Okay. Let's talk for 2024. Some big news coming out in regards to Fortnite. I mean, I know the big to-do was they went back, right, to the old school. We talked about that in the last show, or a couple shows about, and then all of a sudden they just stopped it and went back to their new stuff again, right? A lot of people bailed out of it. But they said because of all that, just in general, was a massive success 2023 for them, I think financially as well as just amount of people. I think they broke the record for the most consecutive uses when that happened, when they all went back on and played. So all the new players plus all the old players that all came back on all at once for that.
Wait, so you're saying
they broke the record for the most consecutive or online players with that. So that was a good move on their part for sure, right? To do it. And they said they have, so Season 4 concluded, right? Fortnite Chapter 5, Season 1. So they're on Chapter 5 now.
Yeah.
Is Unleashing. They said they're going to introduce some new items. The medallions, a ballistic shield.
Yeah, so that all came out a month ago.
Oh, it did? It's already out?
Maybe even like a month and a half ago or something.
This is oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It did because your Season 2 is coming out in March. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, how do you like it then? That was interesting, the ballistic shields and the train station railways.
Know. It's not very great. I stopped playing after they got rid of the old stuff.
It sounds like you know a lot of people did.
Yeah. I just didn't find it as fun. It's not like I didn't give it a try. Right. I wasn't just like, oh, they got rid of the old stuff. I don't want to play anymore. I played it for a little bit after. I just really wasn't having any fun. So
yeah. Do you know? Well, here's the numbers. Actually, this is not the high, the peak. This is just the average. You know what the average users in December last month was? Take a guess.
For Fortnite?
Yeah.
1.9 million.
No, the average play anytime anybody on it at a given time. It says.
I'd say like 900K.
It's 235 million. Is what the total is for the month, with an average of 235 million monthly users.
Oh yeah, per month. So 250 million people got on at least once during that month.
235 million. Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a lot of folk.
Yeah.
A lot of gamers.
I thought you meant on it one time.
Now you want to know why everybody is putting their IP with it, right? And I mean, shoot, that you can't even get. It's like 18 or what is that? Like 6 Super Bowls, right?
That's it.
Yeah, because average Super Bowl is what, 40 million people?
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's
so
great.
do that 4 times.
40 million at a Super Bowl.
Or 6. Yeah, 6 times. 6 times 4. 24. 24 is 235. So yeah. 6 up. So if you just for a month, right, do something with them, that's crazy, crazy. So, anyways, so that is Fortnite in its glory, still kicking butt, taking names, as they say. What else is in the news? The Switch too. There's continuing talk about that. I mean, are you interested in that? You know, you have your Switch. You haven't done much with it, have you? Played it much or?
Not recently. No, Anytime they release like a headline game or whatever you call it,
yeah,
I jump back on and I play it. Like what they did with Zelda, what they did with Mario. Anytime they release a big game, I'll get it and I'll play it. But I mean, the Switch just for me doesn't have enough to offer to be like the main console.
Well, they said that there was, I don't know if there's a leak, maybe they're just talking about it, but I don't know anything about a Bayonetta trilogy.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
Well, they said that that's going to be released with the Nintendo Switch too. It's supposed to be a big deal. I don't know. I mean, a trilogy sounds like a lot of play, right? If you got a trilogy, a lot of gameplay. Then they're talking about a 2D Metroid game for 2025. We'll be coming back. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I guess if you're a big fan of it, you'd be loving it.
Yeah.
It. But they're still talking about it. It's not a rumor in the sense of it is going to be out. They're working on it. It's just, I don't know. They don't have a set date yet, release for it either, to do it. But that was another one. What else did I see in the news? Depending on when you're listening to this, speaking of Xbox, they came out with a settings warning that you need to change one setting in your game and your tabs and your settings. If not, you're going to lose all of your saved videos and everything.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Did we?
Like months ago on the show.
Yeah, well, it happens again, and they say you have until January 9th to get it done. So I think they've been talking about it.
It's because their servers are getting full, and all the people who are recording videos are recording a ton of them. So they're like, yeah, you gotta
Right.
You gotta put them on something else, or they're all getting deleted.
Right. Or you have to move them to a hard drive,
Yeah.
and you have to do something on it as well. And so I think they're having you download it, or they're allowing you to save, right? But I think what's happening is they know not everybody's going to do it, so they're putting a spot in that it's just going to reduce the amount of storage that they have.
Yeah. If
you do it. But, Rumble Packers, if you want to keep it, I think you can still keep it online, but you have to go in and update the settings on it as well. I was trying to find the exact setting information so you can put in notes and everything, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But check it out on Xbox and make sure if you want to keep it. And it's got to be, if you're listening to this after the 9th, it's over. But before January 9th is the deadline on it. So, important to keep in mind. What else was it? Oh, speaking of GTA, I guess it really falls under the special deal of the month that's coming out. So you can leave it for that. But there was something else that came out. Oh, I know what it was. Insomniac. Did you see the news on that? It was... there's a big leak. Did you hear about it?
I saw some of the leaks because they announced a Wolverine game.
Yes.
Years ago in 2021 or something like that.
Yeah.
And they just leaked video of the new Wolverine game. It's so unfinished. It's not even close to being done.
Really?
Or maybe, I don't know anything about development, but it doesn't look close to being done.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's gonna be good because it's just like a bunch of unfinished environments, but it's like you got some combat, very little bit. You can't really get a lot from it, but it just, it looks like it's gonna be good. You can't tell too much.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going into a lot of the gore of what Wolverine could be.
Oh, no kidding. That's cool.
So
it'd be good to have a good storyline, a good R-rated storyline.
I think it is going to be R, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, we were about to watch Logan, and we didn't.
Oh, they also released the Venom game. They released or they got leaked that they're going to come out with a Venom game before Wolverine even comes out.
What?
Yeah. So
for what's for all platforms?
Yeah. No. They're PS5 exclusive, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure they have a deal with PS. Unless Wolverine might not be because it might be the Spiderman IP, I don't know.
Right.
But I assume they have a deal with Sony to do it.
I don't know. I think only Spider-Man is the only deal they have from Marvel, right?
We'll see.
And Wolverine would not be, but
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I know the CEO's taking some heat on that because I think it was 2 terabytes of information that was lost. So leaked. Or not leaked. But all the data on their employees and all this type of stuff, right? Some of the stuff as far as like the buys, buy-ins, or whatever they had. I don't know if it was on customers or whatever. It's all leaked.
Yeah.
Out there, so it's like 2 terabytes of some information. So not good on that front as well. But so that's Insomniac Games as well. All right, I think that's it. Did you see anything else? Those were kind of like it seems like all the news was like, do it now, or immediate, or like, releases, right? But that's pretty much, that's it.
This concludes your Joystick News Report. Joystick News!
Okay, let's, do we have anything for the Rift Wrap? I don't think I had anything set up for the wrap. Did you?
No.
It wasn't on the radar. I know it wasn't for Santa since the PS5 showed up. There wasn't going to be a Quest 3, but...
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot with the Rift at all.
Yeah.
With any VR, really. I don't know. I think they're in quiet development or something.
Right, but it seems like there was, I know last show we talked about is more accessories and, running pads and stuff like that, but, I just seems like there's got to be another advancement that's happening, right, in the works. I don't know what it would be, if it literally would be holographic or still AI, right, augmented reality, but we just seem like we're in a lull there, big time. For that, unless you're just like a fanboy of it and play everything, but I don't know what you're playing. Is there any? I don't see any news online about it. People, you know what I mean? Big tournaments happening for it. Nothing. So the only time you'd see it is when you go to an arcade. There's like 4 of them set up in a box. You know what I mean? You spend $5 and mess around with your buddies on one. That's pretty much it. But I don't see it. All right, but I do have. It's a good week for the deal of the week. Yeah, that's right. Deal o' month. We're talking here. 2 things. First of all, quickly. The Epic Games when we talked about GTA, I kind of alluded to it a minute ago. We're waiting for was that 6 or 18 or whatever one's coming out? I don't even know.
What?
Right, the GTA.
GTA, yeah.
Yeah. So, Saints Row. You know Saints Row, right?
Yeah.
Just released their game not too long ago. Maybe, how long ago was that? Maybe a year ago? Not quite.
Like 8 months or something.
Yeah. So, right now, as far as deal of the month, if you go to the Epic game, if you join it or become part of the server, they're giving it for free. Right now.
Yeah. So they're giving away a ton of free games.
Yeah. And that's their biggest, I think the biggest title out of all of them. But that's huge. I mean, you're just paying 8 months ago $60-$80, right, for this game?
Yeah, it just didn't get very great reviews.
I know it didn't, but except, not a lot of them did. It was either they got really good reviews or really bad reviews, I think, on it. I think that was the problem.
I don't know. Yeah. I just heard it wasn't great.
Yeah. Well, you can try it for free now.
Yeah.
I mean, how great is that, though? That's a good deal. You know, it can't be that bad. Well, maybe if it's free, it's that bad, but seriously, just coming off of the past games and stuff like that, it still had its value and stuff. So anyways, check that out if it's still available this month as a cool deal. And then lastly was, what was it called? Fanatical? Remember, isn't that the word? Or Fantastic? It's the, where is it on here? I thought I had a copy of it. Yeah, right here. So it was a comic book that released that said that Fanatical. Fanatical is a app for a calendar. Sorry, Fanatical is the company that does bundles and everything, and they actually have a deal with Steam on a lot of their games and stuff. I don't know how they make money off of this, but they work it together, and they have this special right now, so you can get 3 games for $4.99, 5 games for $6.99. Or 8 games for $9.99. And when I say games, it's not like 1 or 2 options. There is like a good chunk of games out there. Dishonored, Lethal League, The Ascent, what other? Daymere, 1998, Home Sweet Home.
Elder Scrolls, a
big one. Dead Island.
Oh, sorry, Eldest Souls, not Elder Scrolls.
Oh, you're right, Eldest Souls. I guess that's not as good as Elder Scrolls. What else do they have here?
Dead Island.
Yeah.
Dead Island.
Gunlocked. I'm not sure if that was anything good. But so the recommendations, if you're going to do it out of all the games, is Dishonored, The Ascent, and Lethal League Blast. They're, I guess, the best games out of that to pick up the combo of. And then if you want to go with the 5 games, you would add... is it Red Out Complete Bundle, and then what's Origami, and then the 8 game, take all of those plus Dead Island, and the Dark Side Detective and Daymere. So I guess that gets you the best rates, the best bundle. So if you're looking for some cheap game, right? You're looking to play, you want to do it on the down low cheap side.
Yeah.
Check out.
Also, just any console you're gonna see is gonna have deals until the 6th for holiday deals.
Right.
So
getting people to spend those gift cards too.
Yeah.
You know? Exactly. So, so pretty cool. Up to $147 worth of games for $4.99 to $9.99. So good stuff. All right. So lastly, we have the what's new releases, right, coming out.
Yeah.
And what do we have for the new releases? For January, just looking ahead on it, we have. Bulletstorm. There's VR. I don't know, Bulletstorm. You heard of that? Coming out in the 18th.
I have not.
18th.
No.
Prince of Persia: Lost Crown is a new one. That's got to be a good one. January 18th. Those weren't bad games that came out. It's for every console too: PC, PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Another code: The Last of Us Part 2 remastered on PS5 is coming out.
Yeah.
What else? Howl. Any of these look good? Apollo Justice.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot.
No. Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth. That looks pretty decent. Tekken 8. That's right. They're up to number 8. Coming out on January 26th for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. So only the top consoles and PC in the PC. So that probably looks really nice. They put all their focus on that.
Yeah. I don't know how much effort they put into each game, though.
Yeah. Anything early February before we pop the mic again? Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League is coming out on February 2nd. If you're a big DC fan or just fan, here's one: Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered. I think that would be really good because Tomb Raider were great games, and I haven't played them in years. I'd forget all the puzzles and everything that you played in it. So it's pretty cool. That's coming out. So plenty of stuff. Mario Donkey Kong, I think that's a big one too. In February, we'll talk more about that when it hits. So good stuff. Anything else? I think that's everything, right? So if you have any updates, any information, or get your thoughts on the Spider-Man, we'd love to hear from you, or any Naruto fans out there. You can reach us, let us know what you think, and we'll mention it on air, as well as get back to you on one of our many channels, which is
JoystickShow@gmail.com, JoystickShow.com, @joystick_show on Twitter, or Discord, @joystick_show.
Do you say Twitter or do you say X now?
I don't know. X when they email you, to send you emails, they still have Twitter in parentheses. So until they get rid of that, you can say Twitter.
There you go. I like that. All right. That's the show. We appreciate you guys listening, Rumble Pack, each and every month, and enjoy the new year. Happy New Year 2024 to each and every one of you. And until next time, game on.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.